This is Elisha Keating for wisdomseekers.net, and this is for fire, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and for the week of March 17th to the 26th, 2019. And let's see what it has in store for us this week. And so far, I have a feeling it's good. The first card I've pulled was communion. And that's communion. Not just any old communion, but it's with the eagle. And the eagle's flying high, which is spirituality. So you're a high flyer for this week. Fire. And that is good. And the first card out of this deck is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It is a card of, it's not a spiritual card particularly. It's a card of you celebrating your life. So yes, it is very spiritual, but it's not necessarily strictly about spirituality. It can be things that include buying a new car, finding a new job, meeting that special wow guy or girl, or even just seeing that special Y guy or gal in a coffee shop. But it's celebration. And it can also be a very spiritual celebration as well. It can be, you celebrate the fact that you had this awesome aha experience. I know those are the best ones in my life. Those are the best moments of my life, when I have that aha moment, when I understand something that I haven't been able to grasp. And what covers it is the sun. And the sun is a joy card. It's looking up, and it's true spirituality. Spirituality that isn't joyful is not true spirituality. Religion that's not joyful is not true joy. Because to bring you to the place where you are in love with being spiritual, it brings you to a place of ecstatic joy. Or can we stay there? Never. Not in our condition. Can we get partway there? Yes, we can get partway there. And that's why we are looking for that which is joyful. If it's not joyful, it's not spirituality. It can be religion. Didn't say that, but that's the truth. True spirituality brings you to a sense of inner peace, inner joy. Because peace can be quiet, not joyful. But spirituality is joyful. And the Three of Cups. And that's what is behind us. The Three of Cups is frustration, waiting for us to get to this point. And having read the last couple of weeks for everybody, we know this is true. So we'll just leave that. You've lived it. You don't need to know more. And the Four of Wands, or Swords, pardon me, is the card that comes just below us. And that's a card of coming out of depression, coming out of a low point, coming into something new and special. Why? Because, well, again, we've lived it, and it has been a couple of weeks of releasing a lot of old stuff, which leads us to think, because we're releasing it, we live it, that we've moved back into some negative space. But we didn't, not truly. So what's in front of us? It's Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is balance, joyful balance, because we've got the Sun card, which is a joyful card. So when we bring ourselves into balance, it means we're also very grounded. And when we are spiritually inclined, if you find these people that are all airy-fairy, well, they've got the airy-fairy down right, but they haven't got the true spirituality down right. And nor are they grounded. And you cannot be truly spiritual unless you're grounded. Airy-fairy's fun for a while, but it's not more than the idea that's embodied. It's not the whole embodiment. It's just an idea. And this is how you're supposed to act when you're spiritual. Well, you can act any way you want. You can swear like a trooper. You can throw stones at a puddle. You can stomp your feet. It's how you come back into balance that matters. And if you cannot come back into balance very quickly, then you've got work to do. But true spirituality is not about being perfect. It's about finding your perfect way of doing things, which there are many levels of perfect truth. Okay, and what's in front of us? The Emperor. What does the Emperor bring us? Oh, a lot of really cool things. But the Emperor, and in this case, he has to be with his Empress. Otherwise, it would not be a spiritual card, because the Emperor without his Empress is rigid and unbalanced. But we are going into a stage of true joy. So he is very balanced. He's very giving. He will support you. And who is this he? Probably yourself. Is it here in the physical? Not necessarily. Is it there in the spiritual? And where there in the spiritual is, I don't really know. I just know when I want to find them, I look up and I feel like I'm traveling up. Is that truth? That's how I do it. That doesn't make it a truth. So I'm thinking that the Emperor in this case is ourselves. And I feel this Emperor in this case is ourselves as a true oversoul. And what does he suggest? Well, of course, he's going to suggest more change, because we're still living here in the physical. That means we haven't perfected everything. And as long as we live and breathe, we are going to learn. And even when we get to the other side, where they live and breathe, but not like we do, you still grow and still enhance yourself. If you met the prophet Jesus today, he would not be the same energy as he was 2,000 years ago, and he was an enlightened being then. But there's still levels of enlightenment. So what comes after the change? Well, if you accept it gracefully, another party. This is a celebration, but it's a celebration of coming together. And what comes together? Not you and someone else. It's you and yourself that come together. And does this sound like the energy of the week? Well, yes, it is. And why is that? Because this week for you, fire, it's all about spirituality. It's all about allowing, and that's a big word. You have to allow yourself to move into the energy. It's all there. It's all ready for you. You need to be balanced. You need to allow yourself to be joyful, truly joyful, which for many people, believe it or not, is extremely hard. You have to allow yourself to change and believe in the magic. And what happens? Again, celebration. True spirituality is truly joyful. And it will bring you all a bunch of great things. And so we've come from communication with your higher self, or the ego, to rainbow, or blessings. So allow yourself to be blessed this week. The energy is good. Will you get a lot done in the physical? I am not 100% sure about that. Will you get a lot done in the spiritual? Yes. You might be dragged kicking and screaming by your toenails, but yes. And if you go easily and gracefully, then you get to celebrate. So do it easy and gracefully, all right? Namaste.